In the meantime, shoppers hitting the brakes amid growing signs the economy is more than on the brink. Welcome, everybody. I'm Neil Cavuto. And Americans holding back, not shopping, as high gas prices and no job cuts put the brakes on spending. Adjusted for inflation, consumer spending dropping for a second month in a row. It is the weakest showing in more than a year and a half. Now, some say it is proof of a double dip. My next guest not so sure the recession ever ended. Realtor Dolly Lenz joining me right now. Now, Dolly, you said from your vantage point, you just look at what you're seeing out there on the part of your clients, and what they're telling you is what?
Basically, they're saying they're all cutting back. In one fashion or another, very wealthy people are cutting back, less wealthy people are cutting back. Now, what does that mean, and how is that shown? Well, they're going to Best Buy to look at the TV set, then going on Amazon.com to get it cheaper, not actually buying it at that moment, getting the instant gratification to save $200. And I'm talking about very wealthy people. So if that's the case in the wealthy, imagine where that trickles down. You're seeing stores outside of New York City proper that are empty. You know, I don't know how shopping malls are going to do well in the future. Who's going to pay the rent?
But, you know, there are a lot of people who will say, well, where's your economist, Neil, to weigh in on this and get a sense of where we're going?
I think the average person...
Because it's not that bad. It's not that bad. You say because you have
bad.
a front row seat that it is.
Yeah, it is that bad. And if anyone can have a front row seat by going into the shopping malls of America and watching what they're buying, not what they're looking at, not if they're spending time there because they have nowhere else to go, but rather what they're actually buying. And we're seeing the numbers come in terribly.
But,
so,
you know, the argument against calling it a double dip, whatever we want to attach to this, Dolly, is that, well, it's certainly not as bad as we had in the meltdown of 2008, and any hint that we could be getting back to that is just alarmingly wrong. What do you say?
No, look, people have lost, many people, up to a third of the value of their home. They're feeling poor, even if they aren't in fact poor. People without confidence don't spend. It's about employment, it's about confidence, it's seeing all their friends become unemployed or underemployed.
Well, housing is, from its heights in some of these markets, not necessarily New York, where you're strong, has been cut in half. Do you see that continuing?
I see it as I don't see the end. I don't know what's going to see the end. Look, the debt crisis isn't over, right? Nothing's been resolved. I don't know if it's going to be resolved. You know, nobody's making any progress on anything else either. So I don't know where we're going, where it's going to get fixed.
All right, Dolly Lenz, thank you very much.